Was in the files, one of the descriptions of my father when he was arrested was that he was tall and in great physical shape for someone of that generation. He was like 5'6", maybe. So that's kind of big for Issei's at the time. But to read how the person who wrote that report say how physically strong he was, and to know that he wasn't, because he was pretty much, during his time at Lordsburg, he was pretty much bedridden. I mean, he was, and he writes that, I guess, in his diaries, because of his health. I mean, he couldn't really partake in a lot of activities in camp. And so it's just kind of funny that the impression of my father being big and strong and able, and that he really wasn't, is kind of funny to me. You know, my parents never really talked about it, but there were certain hints and certain times when they would kind of open up, and specifically about not of their camp experiences, but their own relationship. I mean, they came to America, and were married, but they kind of vowed to each other, or made a vow to each other, that they would never go back to Japan. And it was explained to me that, you know, sometimes when immigrants come, when it gets hard, it's difficult, and you just want to give up and go back home. And so they didn't want to do that. So they made a kind of a pact for themselves that they would never go back, which was like, and they never did. As later on in their years, and as I got older and my brothers, we wanted to send them back to Japan to see their family. I mean, they were separated from their family, but they've never went back in all the time they were here until their passing.